Aquí tienes tu casa. Te damos la bienvenida a la Universidad de Valladolid, el lugar que estabas buscando para crecer como persona y como profesional, para innovar sin renunciar a la excelencia, para poner los cimientos de tu futuro y superarte cada día en busca de tu mejor versión. Preparados, listos, ¡uva!
老板，这个几块
？60块。
Hola a todas y todos, bienvenidos a esta rueda de prensa de la chica zurda. Han sido unas horas frenéticas. Su directora, Shih-Ching Tsou, acaba de llegar a Valladolid a las 12:25, llegaba al Teatro Calderón. Acabamos de presentar el estreno en España de la película. Eso ha retrasado esta rueda de prensa. Vosotros visteis la película ayer en el pase de prensa. Y cuando acabemos esta rueda de prensa vamos a hacer el coloquio en el Calderón, así que horas frenéticas, como os digo, pero una gran felicidad tener a Shih-Ching Tsou después de un largo viaje. Os pido un aplauso para ella de bienvenida. Bueno, y frenética es también la acción que vemos en La chica zurda, una película que nos impresionó por muchos motivos, pero desde luego ese ritmo, ¿no? Esa energía que transmiten sus imágenes. Y quería preguntar, para abrir esta conversación, por el origen, hasta qué punto puede haber rasgos quizás también autobiográficos, también cuándo empezó a concebir este proyecto, ¿no? ¿Cuáles son las raíces de La chica zurda?
This project actually started even before the first film I make with Sean Baker, Take Out. It was in early 2000 when I first met him when I was in school getting my master's degree. So I was taking an editing class, and there he was just taking an editing class after he graduated from Tisch. So he was editing his first feature. So we kind of ran into each other in the transfer room, and we're talking about movies, and we happen just like the same type of movie, a lot of world cinema, Korean cinemas, and also we watch all the Dogma 95 films together. So we thought, wow, we want to make a film like that. And at the time, I told him about what my grandfather told me. When I was in high school, I was using a knife with my left hand. So my grandfather told me, left hand is devil's hand. So he scolded me. He asked me not to use left hand. So I told him that story, and he thought this sounds like a wonderful story we can turn into a movie. So in 2001, we went back to Taiwan together, and I showed him all the Taiwanese night market and also the Beetle nightstand. So we were there to kind of trying to look for the story. But when we realized, well, the story, so we have the basic structure of the story, the family, the grandfather, the little girl. But we realized this is too big of project to take on because it's going to cost a lot of money. So we just, we went back to New York and we make takeout instead. So we make takeout with $3,000, just two of us. So that's how, we started making like a social type of film.
También me parece fundamental el trabajo con Taipei. La película sirve de escenario a, como os digo, una frenética película. Y quería preguntarle por el trabajo con la cámara, el trabajo también de la relación de las actrices y la cámara. ¿Hasta qué punto había unas órdenes muy estrictas o la improvisación, en fin, lo espontáneo era clave en el proceso de creación? Porque, como os digo, la película trasluce una vida, un rasgo genuino que me hacía intrigar sobre el proceso.
So I wanted to show this film through this little girl's eyes, from her point of view. So from the very first frame of the movie, you can see the collapsible image. So, and when we go into the night market, you know, the film was showing through this Yi-Jing's point of view. So we follow her level, so you feel like that immersive feeling walking in the night market. So before the shoot, I actually had a pretty extensive meeting with my cinematographer. We sat down for like 4 or 5 days and just break down every scene, you know, talk about. So from this scene, we want to, you know, from whose point of view. So, you know, every scene we kind of break down and make sure we want to focus on the little girl, or the sister, or the mother. So that's how we find the look of the film.
Y al mismo tiempo, desde luego, esas maravillosas actrices que son el corazón de la película. Quería preguntarle por el proceso de casting, hasta qué punto había alguna que ya, digamos, había conocido y tenía como, incluso como base de la inspiración para los personajes, o si tuvo que descubrir a estas presencias con los procesos de casting.
You know, from the very beginning, I wanted to street casting for all my actors. So when I was in Taiwan during the pre-production, we had social media street casting. So I watched 50 to 70 tapes, audition tapes to find this little girl, and we didn't find her. So she eventually came from a recommendation from an agent of an actor in Taiwan. And at the time, Nina, who played Yi-Jing, she was already a little commercial star. So she started to act in commercials since she was 3. And when I cast her, she was 6. So she had 3 years of acting experience. And on top of that, when I cast her, her mother told me that you don't have to hire an acting coach, because I'm the best one for her. So they even have this method, you know, they will, how to make her cry. She said, I know how to make her cry. So we have the perfect method for that. So, you know, that was wonderful. And before she came to set, her mom will help her memorize all the lines. So, you know, she's like very, very professional. And to find this older sister, Ian, I couldn't be in Taiwan for a long period of time because I live in New York. So I thought, well, why don't I just go out to Instagram to find, try to find her. So I would search like Taiwanese girl or Taiwanese model to find her. And so I just like going through Instagram every night until my husband, one day he saw me. He's like, why are you looking for a Taiwanese girl on Instagram? Like, what are you doing? So I told him I was casting. So when I finally found Shiyuan, who played Yan, I found her profile. I saw her photo. She has that exactly the way the character Yan. I loved her aura and also her look. It's perfect. So I watched her audition tape. She has this very, very natural acting, and she had never acted before. This is her very first acting role. So she's a natural born actor. Yeah, and for the mother, she's the mother, Janelle Tsai. She's actually a very famous model, and she turned TV actress. And at the time when I heard one of her interview after she won the Emmy in Taiwan for best supporting actress, she said she wants to try something she never acted before, a role she never had before. She wanted to be challenged. So I took that chance and reached out to her, and then she accepted the role.
Preguntas, dudas. Aquí tenemos una. Un momentito que ahora le acercan el micrófono.
Hola. Hola, yo quería preguntar por el look de la película y su aproximación al cine digital, que ahora mismo es una cuestión muy interesante, porque no tengo claro si es un iPhone lo que se está usando en varios momentos o si es otro tipo de método, pero me gustaría mucho saber cuál ha sido el proceso de confección de la fotografía de la película. Gracias.
Well, we wanted to shoot in a real night market. So, if you have a real big camera set out in the night market, you won't be able to shoot because everybody will stop. They want to see what you're doing. Who the stars are. So for that reason, we had to use the iPhone because everybody's using iPhone, doing selfie or shooting like video on the street. So for that reason, it was just naturally we have to use the iPhone to shoot in the night market, so people would not come gathering around and wondering what we're doing. And also we for the first-time actor, it's just so much easier to use iPhone, so it's not as intimidating as a big camera in front of their face. So I think that kind of helped our actors to get into a role easier, and for the shooting, the shooting process easier too, because we don't have a huge setup. We can just go there and everything was set out like very quickly, and we can also move the location very quickly.
Sí, más preguntas, comentarios. Sí.
Bueno, yo quería preguntar, ahora que a raíz de lo del iPhone y que habéis intentado quizás ser más discretos en el mercado de allí, de la localización, de cuánto entonces se componía el equipo, cuánta crew de técnica había, y que si quizás entonces esto no es tan común, no ver rodajes en la calle, a diferencia de cómo puede haber aquí en, no sé, en España, o lo que vemos nosotros más, que la gente se lo notifique o lo percibe algo más raro.
¿Puedes formularla de forma un poco más sencilla? ¿Podría ser? Más directa, mejor dicho.
Sí, o sea, ¿de cuántos miembros se componía la crew técnica? Y cuánto, o sea, si es quizás demasiado raro para la gente que vivía o que se mueve por la localización en la que grabasteis, ver rodajes en la calle, a raíz de que has dicho lo del iPhone, que intentabais ser lo más discretos posible.
So our crew members in total, there are 20 people. I try to form a very small crew because I know shooting at the real locations, you can't have that huge crew. Also, the budget-wise, you'll say if you have so many people, you have the very short shooting days because you have to pay so many people on set. So the first day we have 20 people, and they set out a shoot, and everybody wear a black T-shirt, right? So they just wait across the street, and then immediately all the passing by people know we're shooting because they see a film crew waiting. So we couldn't shoot the first day. So the second day, I told everybody, like, nobody wear a black shirt. And then you all have to dress out like you're just coming here to walk around that market. And on top of that, like, I asked people, if you don't have anything to do on set, you need to just go back to the office. And so from that day, from the second day on, we have 5 to 6 crew member with our actors. And in that way, like, nobody knows what we're doing. And then I think in the end, people forgot we are shooting a film. We even have a real customer come to the noodle stand, order the noodle from our actress.
Sí. ¿Más preguntas? ¿Comentarios? Yo quería preguntar por algo que me parece muy, muy importante, y es este ritmo, ¿no?, que tiene la película tan, como decía, frenético, ¿no?, esa vida que rezuma la película. ¿Cómo también se construye en el montaje, ¿no? ¿Hasta qué punto en el montaje dejaron mucho material fuera? Si realmente también hubo, pues, ese proceso de pulir la película manteniendo, como os digo, esta espontaneidad, ¿no? Esta fuerza. O sea, hasta qué punto para ella era fundamental que el montaje, o si el montaje provocó esta sensación de vida que tiene la chica zurda.
Well, I think that the vibe actually just natural when we shot in the night market. We already captured that vibe because it's a real night market. There's no extra walking around. They are all real people in the night market. And on top of that, the editing, the pace, is really quick. And just kind of intercut with two other characters. So we just want to kind of show, the little kids, they actually don't have long time memory, so for them, everything just happens so quickly. So I think that quick editing pace is kind of like mimic the children's memory, how they have like very fast and very fresh back kind of memory. And then intertwined with like her family, everything kind of happened at the same time.
Bueno, como os decía, ahora mismo aquí en el Teatro Calderón se está viendo La chica zurda y en breve pues tenemos que ir para tener el debate con los espectadores. Mucha curiosidad por ver cómo ha sentido el público de Seminci esta película de su estreno nacional. Así que nada, ahí nos iremos y mientras antes os pido un fuerte aplauso para Shih-Ching Tsou.